Hello everyone, Metalman556 here. I just want to bring to everybody's attention a couple things. We got an incoming solar flare expected to hit either late tonight, Friday, or early Saturday morning. Could possibly expect some blackouts. Uh, amongst other things, the last solar flare we had this bad was back in I think it was maybe the late 1800s, and it exploded telegraph wires. So today would be a devastation. Notice the black line that comes off the sun. This is Earth here, this yellow dot. And that black line inside that flare right there, see it? If you look at the scale here, black is not good. So everybody needs to stay aware. Could possibly have a disaster on our hands. Let's hope not. But everybody just needs to be prepared just in case. Now, let's take a look at the flare that is incoming. It's this center guy right here, this filament. There was another one that came off the edge here, but it was not Earth facing. This is Earth facing. It happened late third, and it's incoming now. Now, we did have a couple of earthquakes because this stuff travels at the speed of light. So we could possibly expect more. We will be paying attention to that. Now, we're going to look at the wind map here. And I wanted to bring to your attention something called weather warfare. Weather modification has been engaged and has been being used for years now. The government, HAARP, private organizations, that they all use this weather modification. Up here in Alaska, the one that we know about is a field that shoots billions of watts into the atmosphere after they spray those chemicals that you see coming out of airplanes. They're called chemtrails. And in those chemtrails is filled with aluminum, lead. I mean, it's horrible, all the stuff they're spraying in our atmosphere. And once they spray these metals into the atmosphere, they release that voltage, and then they can control or make a disaster happen. Kind of like what happened in Yemen when they had that chaplet that just hit them, and now there's another system out there. Conveniently, we happen to be at war in that region, but right before this storm came about, the troops were withdrawn and the bombings had stopped. So they knew something was about to fucking go down, and they pulled out, and now that area is fucking devastated. People are dead. Roads are impassable. I mean, it's horrible. Now, if you look over here at California, you notice how it just bounces right off the coast. That's because they're using something with that weather modification to keep the rain from coming in. They keep this half of the country cool because this is the more populated area, and they want you to believe that what they're doing to the atmosphere is helping. But really, it's eating up the atmosphere, and it's letting in more solar radiation to the rest of the world. It's kind of like those heat waves in India where people died, and it's just been extremely hot. Now, some might say that that's global warming. Let me tell you something about global warming. You can thank your elected officials who were bought and paid for by private corporations to uh, put that shit in the atmosphere, and that is eating up the ozone layer, and not to mention killing all the fish, killing all the trees, and especially killing you. So something needs to be done about that. If you want to, you're more than welcome to call your quote-unquote elected official and cuss his ass out. or we could all get together and march to Washington. Whatever you guys want to do is fine with me. Now we're going to look at the earthquake map here. We had 5.7 in Alaska, right there. Excuse me. And that was today. And it's going to ramp up due to this solar flare that we have incoming. So everybody needs to pay close attention to that. And amongst other things. If you'll notice, all this is from today. Some down here in the islands. A lot in here, over here on the East Coast. Looks like nothing under a 2.5 has been spotted. So we'll keep an eye on that too. I want to bring you over to the water vapor satellite imagery. See this band right here bending down off the coast of California. Bending down. That's because I got that damn thing there. And notice how it spits out under California, cools down the eastern seaboard. Yep, you can thank the good old government for all that beautiful work it's doing to the atmosphere. Well, that's all I got for now. You guys stay awake, stay aware, stay vigilant. Metal Man out.